big gigantic creatures. I don't know if it, because it died at the same time that it crashed, and I was healing up at the same time or something. I don't know if it was because it was hard to run all that shit. I mean, it froze for a second or whatever. Or it just happened periodically. But, yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. We're still fucking alive, of course we fucking are. Fuck you, asshole.
Welcome to the Department of Medicine.
Maybe during this fight it is that I need to fucking just put it on easy because it's almost unplayable when you're trying to fucking do this real quick. So maybe I fucking need to do that, honestly. I'm just trying this out because hoping it works better. Alright, come on, fucking go up. Go up, 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 up. Up. Go down and go up. Dude, really? You're not fucking gonna go? Come on, asshole. Get up, dude. Fucking kidding me. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. I'm gonna leave it on easy, and then I'm gonna fucking put it back on hard when I have the fucking machine gun. Because this is unbearable to fucking play. Until I can actually fucking use the other shit. Dude, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, come on. Fuck you, asshole. Come on, asshole. Shit, honestly. finally. That bitch was fucking annoying. The sanity is ridiculously, like, goes fucking nuts for some reason when you play on hard. Even when you do have max perks, it's like it didn't even fucking change anything. So I'm leaving it on easy until I have proper fucking guns to combat them. Because running with the pistol back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because my guy goes insane by the slightest fucking look.
Some serious equipment we got here.
Honestly.
Oakmont University is clearly well funded. What kind of person would even touch this? Not to mention dissect it.
Clear the monsters from the Department of Medicine lab, 12 staff. Students of the University of Oakmont. I already read that, okay. Palace. Ranks are swelling. UD wants to gain followers by doing charitable work in the city and preaching to those who will listen. I don't know what the fuck you're going crazy over. Nothing. I literally just looked at the fucking book. Bruh.
Your lab is certified creature-free.
Excellent, Mr. Reed. You've done us a great favor. Now we can get things up and running again.
Okay. I've done my part. Here's the bottle. Now you run those tests.
Yes. Wait here. It shouldn't take long. We finished that analysis, sir. It's ricin.
Ricin?
A highly toxic poison extracted from castor beans. It's slow-acting, but absolutely fatal to humans.
So, where do you get ricin? This isn't something you can pick up from a drugstore.
About that. It is rare, but we have a certain amount of it here. For study, in our poison store. Or we did. I'm afraid that must be where it came from. The label had been tampered with, but it certainly looks like ours. Where did you find it?
Crime scene. Someone was trying to poison a bunch of fish with it.
This is horrible. I need to warn everyone in the university about this.
How can you tell if someone's been poisoned with ricin?
The symptoms take several days to develop. At first, it's like a common cold, but over several days, well, it develops into hemorrhage, internal organ failure, and death. It's not a pleasant way to die.
This game came out in 2019, or maybe before 2019, but I think in 2019. And the funny thing is, it's almost like the coronavirus. Starts out, you're fine, and then a couple days later, you start, and then it gets worse. It's like, what the fuck? So, it really feels like coronavirus was made up from, in a lab, since there's a bunch of games from 2019 that predicted it somehow.
There's some kind of cure for ricin?
I'm afraid not. Once it's in your system, it's a death sentence.
Who's got access to where the poison's stored?
Only Professor Westerbrook has the key. His office is upstairs, right alongside Professor Cavendish's. Professor Westerbrook's not here, though. He's been sick for the last few days. Professor Cavendish is away as well, on vacation.
Where do they live?
I'm not sure. but probably somewhere in Advent. Most of the teaching staff live there. Wait, you don't think it was one of them?
I'm working on that. Can you let me upstairs?
Well... all right. This is serious. I'll help you. Here's the key, but please don't disturb the professor's things.
Can you fill me in on Bryson again?
Of course. What do you need to know?
How can you tell if someone's been poisoned with Bryson?
The symptoms take several, but over...
There's some...
I'm afraid...
I'll see you later.
I wanted to say about the professors, like... Oh, there we go.
I'd like to know a bit more about your professors.
What do you want to know?
I want to know more about Westerbrook.
He's the head of our department. He's been here for, well, at least 30 years. He's one of the longest-serving staff we have. As you've already seen, he's particularly interested in the wild beast that recently appeared in our city.
Yeah, that's quite the unique fauna you have there.
I've no idea how he did it, but Mr. Throgmorton's men brought him live specimens for his research. He thinks he's on the verge of a breakthrough in evolutionary theory. A secret that, once revealed, will benefit all humankind.
Some secret should stay buried. 6 feet under.
You're not a man of science, are you? It's not about why, it's about what if.
What can you tell me about Professor Cavendish?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. A PhD at only 25. Just imagine, his biochemistry studies are second to none, worthy of a Nobel Prize. If he could complete his work.
What's his problem?
I don't know. There's some kind of family trouble. It's made him standoffish and irritable, and easily distracted. I hope he gets through whatever he's going through. We need his talent, especially in these dark times.
I'll see you later.
And there's more evidence. Okay, the second floor of the Department of Medicine. Oh, no.
I'll see you later.
Thought he was gonna. I can say something else, but I can't. Never mind. They have a lot of EOD signs, more than a restaurant that has the no this or only masks or some shit like that. So they're actually smart with having a lot of signs. Fuck it. This is absurd. It's been 5 months and they still haven't finished repairing my office. I'm done sitting in the corridor. I'm some kind of waiter. I won't step foot into this building again until the works are finished. Or you give me Cavendish's office. You tell that to the board. I'm through with this farce. Westerbrook. Brothers and sisters, too familiar. My fellow Americans, they are Americans too, citizens of Oakmont. How much longer will we put up with those fish-faced bastards, those sea freaks? How much longer will we put up with this? those cave forsaken degenerates who call themselves the EOD.
This should be good enough to make a decent copy.
There's the bald head guy.
These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison.
All evidence collected. Well, who's... It almost makes it look like Cavendish did, Westerbrook was jealous of Cavendish, and that's why he started a ruckus or some shit like that. George Cavendish, a professor at Oakmont University, is the poison thief. He made himself a copy of the key to the poison locker. According to a student, he lives somewhere in Advent. Okay. George Cavendish, a professor at Oakmont, somewhere in Advent. Advent.
I'll see you later.
I thought I could tell him, oh, there's some there's some shady shit going on. I thought I could tell him that, but never mind. Oakmont University. Whoa, I was trying to do something that spun me the fuck around.
Something I can help you with, sir?
Let's see. So he would be somewhere. I'm gonna guess here. That's what I'm guessing. God, over this shit. cool. Okay, my coach got messed the fuck up. That's funny. Looks like a backpack for a second. See if I can talk to her at all. Yeah, but listen, right, because of that, yeah. Maybe I gotta go to the city hall. Maybe that's where it shows where everyone else is. Just go just straight. I'll get there. Oh, great. That's the area here. So at least I got some XP from that. Taste like the dreams of magic. Okay. Weirdo.
Stop bothering me, newcomer.
You know, whenever it shows the book icon, that means I think I can do it here. George Walter Cavendish, date of birth, January 26, 1883, Oakmont, Mass. Oakmont, Mass. Advent, Central, St. Michael's Road, between Carpenter Street and Constitution Street, Flat 2, occupation, professor of biology, Department of Medicine, Oakmont University, divorced, okay. Lives in Advent, Central, St. Michael's Road, between Carpenter Street So it's straight over there.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit for print.
find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
My door. Yep, my door. This is his house. Or it should be.
The door won't budge.
So this one's house or just an apartment building, I can't tell. Before I go in there. Switch.
This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD's in the center of all of it.
Westerbrook usually has his lunch about 2:30, gets some soap, and always stays at the fish market. She shouldn't learn about me. New hauls of fish arrive every 2 days. An ounce per box will be enough. The guard spends most of his time on the second floor during the night. Think about a way to divert suspicions from Westerbrook. I don't want him to come to any harm. Don't forget to return the flask in the storage. Think about plan B.
Judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. Why keep it around? The door won't budge.
Wait, what? Oh, probably this, yeah.
I loved you. I always loved you.
Judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. Why keep it around? This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD's in the center of all of it. The door won't budge.
Oh, that one, okay. Oh, I missed that. If you want it, take it. It's free. Tech the baby carriage.
lot of fancy dresses locked away in a dark corner for a long time. I'm starting to smell some deep family trauma here. The door won't budge.
What? How do I... It seems to be in this room and sometimes outside. Gone. Newspaper issue March. Body count rises as vanishings continue across Oakmont. Locals are in a panic, with most of the reported disappearances occurring in the Shells, Salvation Harbor, and Grimhaven Bay. Captain Caleb Lyons of the Oakmont Police has put out a call for information. Our evidence suggests a link between these disappearances and the charity organization EOD that has recently risen to prominence among the city's poor, said Lyons. Most of the victims seem to have either joined this group or been a recipient of their alms. We encourage anyone with information to come forward. The Chronicle reminds readers to avoid any suspicious newcomers, especially Innsmouthers, and to remain at home during evening hours. Stay alert. Disturbance in the Shells. Newspaper issue February. Disturbance in the Shells as fighting breaks out between locals and Innsmouthers. The cause of the conflict appeared to be the disappearance of several women, with locals accusing a group of Innsmouthers of the crime. The Oakmont police continue to investigate the vanishings, but as yet the case remains unsolved. One source from the Shells reports that traces of fish scales and seaweed were found at multiple victims' homes, which seems to have precipitated the fight. EOD has much more going on than charity organizations. They're dirty, I know it. Whatever they're up to isn't good.
George, I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you.
Yeah, this is the shape of the girl.
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna!
Yep.
I thought the child was mine. Mine!
Wow, that's fucked up. You fucking lied to him.
You will never understand our cause. My child is blessed by the sea. I'm leaving you, George.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
That's the third one for sure.
George, I can't live like this anymore.
I don't care what your damn...
You will never understand our cause. My child is blessed by the sea. I'm leaving you, George.
I'm guessing this is...
George
Yup, that was right.
Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna. She had a baby that was not his, but blessed by the sea and claimed by the EOD. This caused their split.
Fuck did I just see? He's wearing totally different clothes, even though I'm wearing something else. Just face plant. What the fuck?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Calm down. My name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator.
Right now, you look like someone who's breaking into my house. A burglar. Explain yourself.
Easy there. Anna from the fish market asked me to find you. You know her, right?
I should have guessed. I know her much better than you think. What does she want from me now? She already took everything I have.
It's not about what she wants. It's about what you did. Poisoning the fish. Sound familiar? Yeah, I can prove you did it.
Hold on. Before you jump to conclusions, I want you to know that I had a good reason to do what I did. It all comes back to Anna.
Oh, this should be fun. What's your good reason for poisoning innocent people? You know the EOD are feeding the hungry, don't you?
No, that's exactly the problem. They're not doing it out of charity. They do it to spread their influence and recruit new members. Some of those initiates, as they call them, vanish without a trace. And not just them, they kidnap ordinary folks too.
And poisoning the fish would prevent this. How?
No, you see, not everyone in this city believes in the EOD yet. They have opposition among the citizens, both rich and poor. A rumor of the EOD's fish being poisonous and several incidents would be enough to undermine the EOD by sparking fear and mistrust.
There must be another way to deal with the EOD. Look, if their crimes are that obvious, why don't you just go to the police?
They're resourceful, those sons of hagfish. They maintain a squeaky clean image, and they're good at it. I tried going to the police. They were no help at all. And I'm not suicidal enough to make it public and take them to court.
What's Anna got to do with all this?
As you might have already gleaned, she was my wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it all starts to come together now.
He does not look
The
25. He looks like
EOD robbed me of her.
40, bruh.
It all started with the free fish. We were all short on food at the time, and then they hooked her with their nonsense about the benevolent sea and greater good. I looked past it for some time, but then...
She became pregnant.
Yes. At first, I was over the moon. But then one day she came to me, the snake, and told me that the child was not mine. She said it was blessed by the sea. That it was demanded by the EOD. Doom take them! I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't.
So what's your next move?
I was interrupted and couldn't finish my task. The EOD received a fresh haul of fish, but now they're on alert and raised their guard. I understand I'm in no position to ask. But after reviewing all the facts I've presented to you, Mr. Reed, would you agree to help me?
What did she mean? Blessed by the sea.
What do you think is the cause of Innsmouth syndrome in people?
Living in Innsmouth?
That cave-forsaken place has nothing to do with it. It comes from breeding with monsters. These sea creatures they call Deep Ones. They take our women and they spoil them with their seed. Then they give birth to degenerate fish-faced offspring.
Where did you learn all this? This information about the EOD?
After Anna left, I had nothing. But I did have a lot of time to research Innsmouthers, the EOD, and the story behind them. It is an old and powerful organization. They appeared back in the mid-19th century in Innsmouth, and the first people with the Innsmouth syndrome started showing up around that same time.
Ah, perhaps not coincidentally.
No, of course not. And the EOD is immensely rich. The sudden rise to power of the Blackwood family happened right after they joined them.
I kind of want to see this EOD people burn and die. So, I'm going to help this guy.
Keep talking. Now, what is it you...
I don't agree with the fish thing.
Poison the rest of the fish. It's spreading, but it's not enough. The EOD trusts you enough to deal with me, so it should be simple for you. My agent inside the EOD reports that they just received a fresh haul. That's your target.
Your agent inside the EOD. Is he fairly high up the ranks?
Ah, I see where this is going. You need something from the EOD too.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a certain person who may be held by them.
My agent can arrange that. If someone is being held by the EOD, he'll know it. It's a win-win situation.
All right. Look, I'm gonna need to think about this.
Of course. But don't be too long. I'm going to need an answer before I let you go. I hope you can understand why.
So wait, I can't leave?
The door won't budge.
Desperate after EOD robbed him of his wife, he's determined. Or deal with the poisoner, help save the city from starvation. Or help loosen up EOD's grip on the city. I technically don't trust this organization. I don't like the whole fish poisoning thing, but like, I don't trust this organization, so hopefully people are not gonna be eating the fish.
So, have you made up your mind?
Your methods stink, and your plan stinks. Still, the EOD is a threat, and I'm not gonna help them anymore. I'm in.
You're doing a great favor for the city, Mr. Reed. Never doubt that.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. Remind me what it is I have to do.
You need to poison the fresh haul of fish at the EOD storage. It's heavily guarded, but you'll figure out something, I've no doubt. I'll be back later. I need to see my agent. Find me after you're done. Here's the address and some ricin. Be very careful with it.
Yeah, will do. I'm not quite ready to die yet.
Yes? Do you need something? What is it?
No, I don't know. What's the rest of what's the rest of the evidence? EOD fish storage. Key evidence collected. Is gonna show me all evidence collected or not. Come on. There we go. Okay. Give me a full flask of rice. That's always so weird name. Ricin asked me if there was a new haul of fish in the EOD's fish storage. He needs this in order to accomplish his goal to undermine EOD's influence in Oakmont. In exchange, he promised to connect me with his contact. Inside EOD, the fish storage is in the western shells on the Hawking Lane between the Warren Road and Liberty Road. After that, I'll need to meet him at the corner of Hawking Lane and Liberty Road near the storage. Full flask of ricin George Cavendish gave me. I know for a fact that the poisoner is George Cavendish. I can now report this to Anna, Fish Market Eastern Shells, corner of Orchard Avenue and Holy Fire Lane. I don't trust Anna. I really don't trust fucking Anna. That's the other thing, so. Western Shells. Hawking Lane. I also know the YouTuber I watched had purposely sided with Anna and killed Cavendish. I was like, you know, let me see the other way around too. It's in the western shells. Oh, western, that's eastern. Western shells. Warren Road. On Hawking Lane. Between Warren Road and Liberty Road. Okay, that's pretty good there.
Yes? Do you need something?
The door won't budge.
Door won't budge still, okay. I can't believe that was almost an hour ago that this shit fucking crashed. It felt like it was just 20 minutes ago or 5 minutes ago. Fuck. Time passed by way too quick. Is it this way? Yeah. save real quick.
Hello again, Daryl. I serve the sea.
Sea be praised, Mr. Reed. Good to see you again.
Yeah, how's it going?
Still guarding this old piece of rock, as you can see.
Mind if I go inside?
Sure, no problem with that. Stay as long as you want.
Daryl, listen to me carefully. If you want to keep breathing, you gotta skip town. Now. You're taking a lot of heat on account of that fish poisoning. The EOD is on it like a dog on a bone, and they will find out the truth eventually.
Bah, I don't believe it.
Daryl, I'm saying this only because you're a real stand-up guy and I respect you. Leave this place. Forget about the EOD, or it will kill you.
Fine, fine. You've always been on the level with me. I'll leave.
Don't be a stranger, Daryl.
May the sea protect you, Mr. Reed. The sea protects.
It's heavily guarded. What are you talking about heavily guarded, bro? I'm glad I told Daryl to leave anyways. I doused the fish as George Kevin's requested. Now I must speak with him about holding his end of the bargain. I am to meet him at the corner of Hawking Lane and Liberty Road near the fish storage. Let me just check what else is here. Hawking Lane and Liberty Road. I don't know why we're meeting right there. That's kind of stupid.
It's done. The fish have been poisoned.
Perfect. This will make a decisive blow to the EOD in Alkmaar. You've done a great thing, Mr. Reed.
So So, what's next on your to-do list? Hangings? Drowning kittens?
What we've already accomplished should be more than enough. After I see the EOD in ruin, I'll turn myself into the police. I'm aware of being guilty of several crimes. The least being theft and the most severe being mass murder. I won't hide from my fate.
Well, that's something at least.
I don't want anyone else to suffer my fate. And I certainly don't want anyone else blamed for my crimes.
If you actually do that, then you're actually good, chaotic good.
Your contact better be worth the trouble, George.
We're
He's
good.
already waiting for you in the basement of the fish market. His name's Fred. You'll need to tell him a password.
Oh, you're kidding me. Passwords? Again?
Oh, yes. We decided to use this EOD feature against them. Ironic, don't you think? Funny, even.
Right, funny. Yeah. Yeah, I think I just split my sides laughing.
Anyway, the password is, the sea is a cruel mistress. Good luck.
You know anything about Harriet Doe, a professor from the university?
Harriet. Ah, yes, I remember her. Brilliant anthropologist. It was always a pleasure to read her articles. Is it her you're looking for?
I'm gonna be honest with him.
Yeah.
He's honest with me.
She participated in Throgmorton's little, expedition to the depths. That's where the EOD captured her.
Oh, kidnapping promising female scientists from the university must have become a hobby for them. Freaks.
Bye.
He leveled with me, so I would level with him. So
Yes? Do you need something? What is it?
the way you asked that is a little bit on the tone, but like Throgmorton has more of a tone than that, I feel. I can now approach Fred, a high-ranking member of EOD who has also been working with Cavendish. I am to meet him in the basement of the fish market. Passphrase, the sea's cruel mistress will serve as my introduction. Okay, so that is over here. I kind of want to finish this mission and then I'll stop it. I was like, I almost forgot where to go. I was like, what? Wait, where's Anna? Oh, this lag is crazy. Oh, what? Where is Anna?
This used to be an okay place to live.
What are you selling, mister? I don't see any goods.
I offer what everyone in this Borg needs most. Safety and comfort. You a newcomer? Where are you staying?
The Devil's Reef Hotel.
Oh, old Victor always thinks so small. A man of your talents could earn his board 100 ways. Maybe you want some more spending money?
Got a job for a private eye, mister? I'm always up for a good side gig.
That's what I like to hear. I'm Walter. I need someone capable to take care of an issue on my property. Local fauna, if you know what I mean.
Real estate's a risky business. How'd you get into it?
All my life I was a common fisk trader. But I wanted more. I dreamed of being a landlord. A man who never works. So I scrimped and saved, and bought several houses. Gonna rent them to the refugees and newcomers. And I have even greater plans.
Let me guess. You need a gun for hire. Or is there another task?
I need you to place these incense burners on the top floor of my properties to drive off the wild beasts. Take a photo for me as proof.
Smoke that repels wild beasts. Does that even work?
Of course it will. No doubt. I bought it from a friend I trust.
Oh, okay. Just give me the address. See you later.
You won't find a better house at that price.
Hello? Your name Fred?
Might be. What do you want?
This is a shady kind of place to lurk. You waiting for someone?
That's my business, not yours. You got a point to make it.
It's funny, you know. The water's choppy, the weather bad, and I miss sailing more than ever. It's like they say, the sea is a cruel mistress.
I know what you mean. But listen, I've got a story you might enjoy. You're looking for Professor Lowe, ain't that right? The scientist the Order kidnapped. I think we can help each other.
How do you mean? You know where she is?
Slow down, buddy. Helping each other is not the same as letting me just tell you everything.
What is this order you mentioned?
Yeah. You don't know, do you?
Oh,
EOD.
my goodness.
It really stands for the Esoteric Order of Dagon.
Dagon.
Fuck is that?
An old being from the depths of the sea. In books, they show him as a monstrous amphibian. The Innsmouthers worship him as a god. And of course,
I'm
they
good.
make sacrifices to him. In blood.
And I'm glad I fucking did that with the fucking fish shit. Well, maybe they can make poisonous sacrifices and then kill their own evil god.
Nothing's for free in this city, is it? Figures. Alright. Shoot.
You won't regret it. You've seen some of this city now, am I right? You've an inkling what's coming? I want out of the Order and the city before it hits. Trouble is, it's much easier to get into the Order than to leave. Give the slightest hint of it, you've signed your death warrant. I need somebody to get me out of the city on the quiet. And that's not an easy thing these days, my friend.
I have no idea how to help you with that.
Ain't you a detective? There are people in the city, smugglers, who know what to do. Find them. That's how you can help. See, I've heard whispers about ads in the newspaper. A new ad every week, talking about Salvation Harbor. Maybe start there.
Alright, fine. I'll look into it. But your lead on the professor had better be worth it.
I know where they've got her. I can get you there. You just find me a way out fast, or I might be too dead to be any use to you. Go, quickly now.
Like, the other guy seems shady. Like, Fred ain't that shady, honestly. The way he talks. I'm gonna save it here, just because I sense some bullshit. Never mind. Okay, I thought some bullshit was gonna... I thought they were gonna fucking attack me out of nowhere over there. For a pursuit by investigation, I need to report my findings about the EOD and Harry Doe to Robert Throgmorton. I can find him in his manor in Old Grove. Okay. I feel like technically he would want me to work with, what's his name? Cavendish, because Cavendish is trying to take out these Innsmouthers. They would both definitely work together. Walter gave me a box of incensaries filled with weird powder to leave in his houses. With everything in its right place, it should repel the wild beasts. Housing shells and incensory must be placed on the top floor of the house, located in Western Shells, Hawking Lane between Inner Shine Street and Warren Road. I should bring Walter a photo of it as proof. Box, house and Coverside. I have to get to the top floor of the house located in southern Coverside, Lincoln Street, between Derry Lane and Landing Avenue. Once inside, I'll place an incensory and take a photo of it as per Walter's request. House in Salvation Harbor. I must put an incensory on the top floor of the house located in Western Salvation Harbor. 7 Oaks Street between Eel Street and Castle Street. Walter will only pay me if I bring him a photo as proof. I'll do these later. So let me figure out how to over there, yep. Skills, let's see. Yeah, that's right, I do have one skill point here. I'm gonna do heart. Probably gonna get another point from, what's his name, Throgmorton as well, so that's why I was like, you know what, let me do it real quick. He could have been more discreet about it by just saying I was sent on a mission, not saying by who. to rescue Harriet Doe. And just say you're not saying who sent you. He could have been more discreet by saying that. It dressed him up a bit more nice, but what the fuck is that in this? Wait, that's a fucking cake. I never understood making a cake out of someone. What the fuck? It's so fucking weird to me. What the fuck, dude? Okay. That's weird. That's fucking weird, dude.
I know who's behind Professor Doe's kidnapping. It's an organization called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Most of them stick to the fish market, but they seem to have agents everywhere. Even the university.
I knew there was something fishy at the EOD. The den of those filthy in-mouthers. I'll tear it to the ground.
Actually, most of the EOD members I met were locals. And for what it's worth, the only Innsmouther I spoke to was a nice guy. You ought to examine your prejudices.
Are you calling me a bigot, Reed?
Robert, listen. Something needs to change. You holding a grudge against Innsmouthers ain't making anything better for anyone. Those who fan the flames of hatred always end up burnt in the end.
They killed my son for Kay's sake.
I know.
One did.
But what did you do to prevent it? You made yourself their enemy instead of helping them. What did you expect would happen? You chose to brand them newcomers and leave them to suffer just like you did with me. The only difference is that I'm useful to you. No wonder desperate Innsmouthers would seek refuge from a radical organization like the EOD. They had nowhere else to turn.
I shall think about what you've said.
Back to business. I'll continue my search for Professor Doe. I have a promising lead. Do you have anything else to tell me?
Your task remains the same. Find Harriet and bring her back. You say you're dealing with an entire organization. Then, I have something for you that might help our cause.
You gonna get me a fucking Tommy gun?
Now leave. I've heard enough from you.
Shotgun. Yes. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat, Mr. Reed.
Fucking yay. Got me a shotgun. Okay. When do I get the Tommy gun, though? I'm gonna reload that bitch right now. I can't craft anymore. Damn. Fred told me he knows where the EOD is keeping Professor Harriet Doe, the leader of the lost expedition I am seeking. He won't tell me the location till I arrange safe passage for him out of the city. He suggested using the local smuggling ring. He believes that the smugglers communicate secretly using the advertisements for Salvation Harbor and the local newspaper. Most likely, it's a new message each week. Okay. Well, before I do anything, I'm probably gonna go back to my headquarters. Stock up on stuff, change my outfit, and save. glad I told him about the prejudice, though. I'm glad I was able to tell him about the whole thing. Not all Innsmouth is
I'm
bad.
watching you, newcomer.
Yeah, whatever.
The door won't budge.
Let me do this for now. Fucking him up. One.
The door won't budge.
And this one is just the painting. Yep. In recent days, Oakmont has experienced odd outbreaks of sudden madness. They seem to be spreading throughout the city, seemingly at random. Though witnesses report seeing university scientists at the location of the outbreaks, Dr. Philip Grant of St. Mary's Hospital believes it is all due to a peculiar kind of helminth infestation that apparently originated somewhere around the university. He advises citizens not to neglect their health and to visit the hospital for a highly effective helmintic treatment at the first signs of disease. Okay, that might be the fish thing. EOD is poisoning people. Recently, doctors have reported numerous cases of fatal food poisoning among those who received fish from the organization known as the EOD. What is the reason for these deaths, and what would the EOD stand to gain from them? These questions remain unanswered. Perhaps the famously charitable organization is not that charitable after all. In any case, we highly advise our readers to stay away from EOD members and to refuse any gifts from them, especially food. The cost of free fish might be your life. Happened that fucking quick? What the fuck?
Never again, they say. Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers. No matter how much of this
Nope. I do really like this outfit though. Just looks nice as shit. Well, I'm gonna end it here for now, so probably play more tomorrow night, maybe.